Hi, my name is Jolicoeur, and in this part 2 of this video series, I would like to talk more in depth about installing wind turbines on the island of LANA'I. One of the most interesting person I've met while in LANA'I is Mrs. Alberta DeJetley. She is a journalist and the owner of the only newspaper in LANA'I. She did not want to be on camera, but I exchanged many emails and she told me very clearly why the windmill situation is so important on LANA'I. She writes, Henry, the wind farm issue on LANA'I has completely split this community into factions. Those who are for the wind turbines and those who are against the wind turbines. I want to let you know that there are many people here who hate David Murdoch just because anything he does and wants to do, they oppose, regardless of what it is. Then, there are those who, like me, truly appreciate all that he has done for LANA'I. He has created a tourist industry with 2 hotels, built more than 200 homes, built 3 multi-family complexes, and sold more than 100 plantation-era houses to the people who live in them. He also donated 50 acres to the school for its expansion, 50 acres to the Hawaiian homes, 50 acres to the county of Maui for affordable housing complex, which will break ground next year. The anti-factions on this island are led by fanatics like Robin Case. I am tired of debating this issue. People know what my position is, and the labor union, the ILWU, which has more than 600 members on LANA'I, also like my position. I had heard that Molokai had rejected their windmill plan at 97% of the population did not want turbines windmill on their island. So I was surprised that it was still alive on LANA'I. When Mr. Murdoch sold the island of LANA'I to Mr. Ellison, he maintained the right to build the 200 wind turbines with the possibility of putting a cable and bringing the electricity to Honolulu, where his company would make about $100 million a year. Mr. Murdoch has lamented often that he was losing $40 million a year by keeping ownership of LANA'I. When I watched Mr. Ellison on national TV proclaiming that he is the owner of the electrical company in LANA'I, I was sure that the windmill situation was history. Just listen to what Mr. Ellison said.
I love Hawaii, and LANA'I is a very interesting project. There, what we're going to do is turn LANA'I into a model for sustainable enterprise. And what I mean by that is, on LANA'I, I own the water utility, I own the electric utility, and the electric utility is all going to be solar photovoltaic and solar thermal. We're going to convert
email to the office of Mr. Murdoch, Castle and Cook. They've never answered. I've phoned and sent email to the PUC, Power Utility Commission. They never answered back. I tried to reach directly Mrs. Ermina Morita, who is the chair of PUC. She never answered my email or my call. And then I received an email from a very intelligent man, a lawyer from Honolulu, Mr. Jeffrey T. Ono, from the Department of Commerce and Public Affairs. Jeffrey says, Larry Ellison does not own LANA'I Electric Utility as he stated in the interview. He owns the water, wastewater, and transportation utilities. The electric utility is still part of the Maui Electric Company, MECO system. So, Mr. Ellison is mistaken about what he possessed or not possess, or was it a sale tactic? Nobody really knows what's going to happen with the wind turbines on LANA'I. Although it has been rejected at 97% in Molokai, there seemed to be support for the project for all the reason mentioned by Mrs. Alberta Jetley. Jeffrey sent me another email. The proposed LANA'I wind farm is very complicated matter. The 200 megawatt project is subject to a term sheet by Hawaiian Electric. That project was selected through a competitive bidding process that was approved by PUC. In order for the project to move forward, it needs to be connected to Oahu via an undersea transmission cable. The cable developer has not been selected, and that will be part of an ongoing competitive bidding process. Finally, the LANA'I wind project has not yet undergone environmental review. So if you are a resident of LANA'I and try to find some information, I would really recommend that you go to the Department of Commerce and Public Affairs, talk to Jeffrey, because I found most other sources to get information absolutely not helpful, and some absolutely useless. What is going to happen with the wind turbine? It is probably a well-guarded secret between two billionaires. I am against having wind turbines on LANA'I. I have studied more than 200 documents on the health concerns of those who have lived around wind turbines, and wind turbines are not for a small island like LANA'I, where we should try to preserve the last of the little paradise that is that precious island of LANA'I. I think that there should be solar panel on every roof on Oahu, paid by the government. If the roof is not in the condition to receive solar panel, fix the roof and let the government pay for it. There are several billionaires that could form a company and put solar panel on every roof on Oahu, and that would help enormously in solving the present $5 billion a year gasoline price that Oahu needs to maintain the lights